Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to ChippysCouch. So today, we're back for another round of the Modded Mage series. Now, today's episode is going to be an absolute blast. And I know at the start of every episode, I go into it thinking, well, I'm going to have a good time. But you know what? When you come into it and you're looking ahead and you've got a couple of great boss fights, a nice chill episode, I have to say, that's when you know, absolute blast, alright? So today's episode is going to feature the Buried Champion. That's the Thorium boss that you fight in the Marble Biome. It's a counterpart to the boss that we fought yesterday. But then we'll also be doing the Slime God. And I really like Slime God. I think it's the music. I also think it's the nostalgia. I'm pretty sure we had Slime God as a thumbnail back in the day. And if you don't know, back on ChippysCouch, back in the day, I never used to make a unique thumbnail for every episode. They would always be the same thing throughout the whole series, pretty much. So these thumbnail bosses, they hold a lot of weight for me. But Slime God's great. I already went ahead and made the spawner, which is basically made out of blighted gel, which we already have a bunch of, and some ebonstone. You make it here at the Demon Altar. I did record it, but I forgot to hit record. So it's not really that important, alright? But anyway, going down here, this is where we have our marble biome. And I thought this was kind of sweet that we've got one area where we make the spawner for one boss, and then you come down a tube, and then you're in the next arena for the next boss. I thought that was pretty cool. So let's see if we're getting a YouTuber look then, because yesterday we had a natural spawning boss summon every single time we entered a biome. Will we have the same look today? Clearly not, but I'm going to spend a little bit of time clearing this out, so we might get lucky in a little bit and see what happens. But hey, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Yesterday, I forgot to remind everybody to wash their hands. And I tell you what, I went to bed and I was concerned, right? It's all I could think about. Did they wash their hands? Did they not? Hopefully you did. And hopefully you will again today. Quarantine life is going well. I really should have started up a quarantine diary. I think that would have been a pretty great little segment on the channel. But you know what? We've replaced it with me talking about Animal Crossing. And I'm going to be talking about another game today. A game which I actually haven't played yet. So once this recording is done, I'm going to go play Half-Life. And I am so excited about it. I'm not like the biggest Half-Life fan in the world. Not like I'm not a fan of it. It's just that I don't hold it with the same kind of nostalgia and anticipation as everybody else. I'm a pretty relaxed fan of the series as a whole. But Half-Life, Alex, man, that looks so good. It's a brand new VR game. And the best part is, I actually know so little about it because they had a review embargo, which was basically to go out the moment the game came out. They didn't want anybody to see any of the footage that they didn't decide they wanted the public to see, which I think is good. I feel like it's going to lead to a lot of surprises. I'm not going to look at a video, so I don't have a clue what's going to happen. And I am pumped. So yeah, what I'm doing right now is basically just clearing out an arena. I want to make sure that I've got a good amount of space. The Granite Storm was, I would say, pretty easy yesterday, despite playing in Revengeance mode. But I've always found this one to be harder than that one. And I think it's because this one has, it's got a lot of mobility to it, I'm pretty sure. And it has multiple phases as well. I feel like most people would agree with that. I would say that this one is more difficult. Even when we were playing the Yo-Yo series, I'm fairly certain we got stuck on this one, didn't we? Like, just for a little bit. Maybe one attempt, 2 attempts extra than we would have normally done. I'm pretty sure we did. So we do have a natural spawner. It's right here, the bizarre rock formation. So I'm probably just going to rock the same strategy I did yesterday, which is relying on my toad or my frog. I'm fairly certain somebody commented and said it's one of the stages of development for a frog where it hasn't grown out its tail yet, something like that. My biology is so bad now. It's embarrassing, right? They used to have that show which was like, are you smarter than a 10-year-old? I question it. Some days I do. I hate to say it, but I really do. I need to get back to school, right? Everyone in England, they've got time off school, so they're all doing online courses. That needs to be me right now. Someone needs to let me sit a biology GCSE. I would definitely fail. That's alright. It's alright. Who needs to know about frogtails? Not me, alright? There's nothing good with ignorance now. I am only joking. Alright, Buried Champion. So far, so good. I can't remember if this is just the health of the first phase, or it's the health of all of the phases. We're going to find out in a moment. Just got to let my mana recharge. I tell you what, this reminds me of the weapon that we were using in the dungeon episode, the High Tide. Very much like that. The attack that it was doing before. Which would make sense, because Thorium weapon, Thorium attack. You get me? Oh, so one thing I wanted to mention, I completely forgot to mention it the other day. Oh god, I'm dying. I can't move. I got stuck. So before we do the fight, the one thing I forgot to mention is that I really like how Calamity have got their own YouTube channel, because I got recommended a video earlier. So apparently Calamity are working on a new update that adds in acid rain, and I got to find out about that because YouTube was like, hey, we've got a trailer for it. So props to the Calamity team. I really like that. I feel like Thorium should do something as well like that. That would be pretty amazing. You know, the more YouTube stuff, the better. Right, so let's buff up. I did in fact make a ancient blade so we could just summon it in. And then I'm also going to swap over to a cobalt shield, because one of the reasons I got stuck was because I got caught between the boss and then the little ghosty boss. Alright, let's begin. So let's slap down one of these bad boys, and we'll do this properly. Yeah, this little attack here, this is the one that reminded me of the High Tide or whatever it was called. Okay, gotta let my mana recharge. Okay, right, that was an unfortunate, you know, dodge into it. Okay, so now it's on the arrow phase. So gotta be careful here as well. Oh god, some pretty high-powered arrows coming my way. Nah, fam, you getting beat. Oh god. I'm surprised I'm alive. I got caught in some cobwebs then. Okay, so now it's a wizard like us. Oh wait, was it just firing like elemental arrows? Okay, got to avoid this last phase here. Okay, come on. Oh, this would be better if I'd just let my mana regen. Let me grab that little star. And there we go. It's done. Thank you very much. That's my first time beating that boss in Revengeance mode. And I will say, that wasn't too bad. That was alright. Especially considering I kind of took the mick in the first one. So, yeah, I'm glad I did it. Right, let's open this up. Bam. So what did we get? We got the Champion's Wings. Ooh, damn. Right, so let's take off the Cobalt Shield. I may as well keep the wings out, because pretty hard mode wings. You know, it's pretty good, right? So what I've got to do now is make a nice long platform. Let's have a little look here. So I feel like this would be a really good spot just from here. And this is where I'll do Slime God, because that's all you really need for Slime God is just a nice long platform so that you can evade all the things that are flying towards you. I don't feel like this will be the most challenging fight in the world. I know that it's really challenging in Death Mode. I can't exactly remember what it's like in Revengeance mode, but I would say it's probably going to be alright. Alright, so I've got a nice, long platform. Long enough, I hope. I'm fairly certain this is going to be good enough, but we'll see in a couple of moments. I've also got my buffs, so I'm ready to do this. But I just got hit with the biggest realization. So you all know the best kept secret of this channel is that each Let's Play, it's not really a Let's Play. It's mainly just me talking about what I'm up to, right? This is really a secret vlog, but the camera is Terraria. That's how I've always viewed it. Now we're in full isolation. I've got nothing to chat about. I don't know how long I can natter on for. That's hilarious. Because you just know that with that withdrawal, I'm just going to come up with nonsense. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be good. Alright, so there is a golden duck here. We're going to kill it. Because why not? We're that kind of person. Alright? So let's buff up. Let's get this going. We're now doing Slime God. Usually I don't zoom out all the way for a boss fight, but with a boss fight like this, kind of important, because you've got a few things that you need to dodge. Firstly, you need to dodge the two very giant slimes that are going to be heading your way. And then you also need to basically dodge the little core that comes flying towards you. So there's a lot to do in this boss fight. That's why zooming on out is pretty important. I can never remember the order in which you're meant to do this fight, though, I won't lie. Like, are you meant to do the Orby boy first, or the two slimes? Look, I can't even talk today. Alright. Oh, this is good. The only thing that's wrong with this setup is that my mana takes so long to recharge. So you remember when I was saying, oh, this will be easy? Oh, I'll probably do it first time. What do you guys think about that now? Do you think that's going to happen? Do you think there's a high chance of that one? I don't think so. I miss my my balloon. I feel like the wings are not as good as my previous balloon. I'm not going to lie. And I am regretting it. So is it only every couple of minutes that you can do damage to the Orby boy? Is that what that is? I don't know. There's a lot going on. I'm just hoping that I can, not going to lie, wing the majority of this fight. I'm fairly certain there was a little tactic that I used to do where I used to kind of bait it one way and then basically double tap to go underneath it. Something like that. It's been a while since I've done this. Also, while I was having a little break building the platform, I looked up about the thumbnail thing that I said at the start of the episode about, oh, it used to be in a thumbnail. It didn't. It was a version of a Crabulon, I think, but it looked like a slime back then or something like that. So I don't know what I'm really nostalgic about. It's just a good fight. It is, though. It really is a good fight. All right, I'm getting caught up here. I took off my Cobalt shield, and I'm hoping I don't regret that in a minute. So that kind of messed me up, that being caught off guard. It kind of did. I fear for myself. Alright, let me get underneath. There we go. Our health is dangerously low. I feel like just a couple of wrong moves and we're out for the count on this one. Let's see if I can kill this red slime. Yeah, get out of here. So is this fight just like a number of slimes that's coming your way? Is that what it is? That was such a bad dodge. Yeah, I'll just go through the house, you know? Just, you know, just pop it in for a quick brew during the middle of this giant, long boss fight. This boss fight's long. Whenever I get a long boss fight, I get paranoid now because of the last series, which I can't remember the name of it. Sorry. Elements Awoken. I get paranoid because of Elements Awoken, where we had that fight that went on forever, but it was only because we didn't have the right weapon. So now I'm like, is it a long fight? Am I just weak? But I think this is a good setup, isn't it? It's not bad. All right, so what's left? Is it just the core? This is the boss fight of questions. I feel like that's all I've done. Man, you guys are going to have your work cut out for you if you like leaving comments today. There's always like a question that I seem to have to ask, but this one's got a lot. Okay, so it is going well. I will be real with you. I thought we were going to die ages ago. I really did. I thought we were going to have to reattempt this fight a couple of times. That doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, let's get that adrenaline popping. Can't seem to hit the boss. I feel like when you add these little extra mechanics, for a little simple brain like mine, it does distract me a little bit. God, I'm so hard on myself. Look at me. Just call myself a simple brain. That's alright. We were talking about frogtails earlier. Kind of deserve that one. Okay, so I want my little things to start attacking a little bit more. I don't feel like my little tadpoles are very aggressive. I want them to be more aggressive for sure. The one thing we can all agree on is that this music slaps. So good. So good. I feel bad for talking over it because it's so good. But I'm going to keep going. Because I want to see it through to the end. Oh. I saw that little bit at the bottom right where it said, it says the tracker's been slain. For some reason I was like, oh yeah, the boss has been slain. Knowing full well it hadn't, I almost stopped. Alright, there we go. The slime god has been defeated. Did you all think I'd do it? Come on, be real. I don't know about that one. Alright, so let's open it up. Bam! Wow. We got a lot of stuff from that. Like, we got a hell of a lot of stuff from that. So let's have a little look. I'm noticing loads and loads of new sprites. Straight off the bat, new sprites. So we got the electrolyte gel pack. This makes your adrenaline mode take 10 less seconds to charge. I would love it if this bar just got shorter every time you took one of those. I don't know if that would mess with the implementation or not. So we got some purified jam. This is it makes you immune to all damages and debuffs for 10 seconds. Do you remember how my master plan was to use this during Supreme Calamitous? You can't use it during Supreme Calamitous, right? Don't be saving it. If you're doing your first run of Calamity, just use it. I always dump it in a chest and then always forget about it. I'm probably going to do the same thing. I'm not going to lie to you. I could sit and tell you, oh, we're going to use this at the right time. Nah. Okay. So we got the refiner. This is used for special crafting. I don't know what crafting it is, so we will take a little look at what we can make. Oh, right. Okay. That was pretty moronic. Because obviously you're not crafting with it. You're using it to craft. Do you get it? Because it took me a second. Okay, so we got some purified gel, which you can use to make the next set of armor, I believe. And then what we get? We got an overloaded blaster. Take a little look at this. This is really cool. You would almost think this is a mage weapon because it's got the mana sounds and... What's it, shooting gel? Yeah, it's shooting gel. Alright, we got the Cora Slime Staff. This is a summoning weapon. Gives you a little cool slime. Pretty chill. And then what else did we get? We got the Crim Slime Staff. So we got both. Ah, that's really cool. So if you had a double summoning ability, say you had a Bewitching Table, you could have one from the Crimson and one from the Corruption. That's pretty banging. We didn't get a mage weapon, unfortunately, but that's alright. So let's have a little look. We got the Mana Overloader. So it increases your maximum mana by 50 and your magic damage by 6%. Life regen lowered by 3 if mana is above 50 of its maximum. Spectre healing if mana is below 10%. So that's pretty cool. We also got this, which is causing us to slime around. It is a travesty, one of the most threatening biological terrors ever created. If this creature were allowed to combine every slime on the planet, it would become nearly unstoppable. Place in your inventory to become slimed and also able to slide around on tiles quickly at the cost of reduced defense. This effect makes dashing more difficult and does not work with the mount. Yeah, it's terrible. Why would you keep this? It's awful. All right, let's get it in here. Let's get it away from us. So I guess what we're really concerned with now is the purified gel. That's what we're interested in. So we're going to do an old technique of putting a little bit of wood here. And we'll also do one here. Just like so. So that I can open this up and not be bombarded. So what can we make? We've got a lot of stuff. So you've got the Static Gel Armor, which is Hellstone and Purified Gel. So it might be worth doing this fight once again, depending on how much we got. Then again, I think we can make the set as is. But we'll have to go down and get some Hellstone. So you got the Gel Pickaxe, which is a cool pickaxe. Do we have the Mage Weapon? Oh yeah, right. You have the Knight's Ray. Yeah, this one's iconic. Just a cool item, really. Have we got the True Shadow Scales? I'm pretty sure we got that one. Out of all of this, I think we're lacking an Amber Staff. So I guess we make this. We may as well. So I know that there's a lot of crafting, but bear with me. So Static Gel Armor. So we can make the mask, which gives... Actually, wait. There you go. That's a little bit better. Right, so we'll make the chest piece. We'll make the leggings. Alright, so we're going to be making the Static Gel Cap. It gives you 10% increased magical damage, and it also gives you decreased mana cost. It gives you increased critical strike chance, and also plus 30 maximum mana. See, this is pretty great because we've been using this Aerospec armor for a while, and this Aerospec armor was worse than our jungle armor. So it wasn't really like the best thing to have in the world. So I decided to wait for a brand new day. I tell you what, you know, talking, crafting, doing all that during a blood moon, it gets a little bit too much. It's pretty dark. It's not great to look at. So now we can have a look at our reward, which is the new armor set. I'm really pumped for this. I feel like it's going to make a huge difference in our damage. So let's have a little look. So right now we have 21 defense. There's no little Dryad's Blessing. And then let's swap it over. We now have 28 defense. Our mana is 230. Before it was 220. So we've gone up 10 mana. Still not great. So the set bonus is when you take over 100 damage in one hit, you become immune to damage for an extended period of time. You also get an extra jump and increased jump height. Now what's cool is, because we've paired this with the Champion's Wings, it does in fact mean that we won't take full damage, so it's pretty great because one of the things is you get used to Aerospec, and then you get rid of it, and then you die. You break your little kneecaps, and you're a goner. Alright, so I think that's going to round it up for today's episode. Today's episode is a little bit shorter than the previous two, but that's because I spent a good chunk of time today working on the new Chippy gaming video. So if you want to go check it out, please do. It's a news video for Terraria 1.4. So any support you can give that video would be much appreciated. Guys, once again, thank you for 250,000. I love that you all quoted Pyro yesterday. It did crack me up. Right, see you in the next one, guys. Peace.